Latest rumor: 11 shot dead on the night of Yu Menglong's death. A newly released video has sent shockwaves across social media. The footage, allegedly captured on the very night of the incident at the Sunshine Upper East residential complex, the site of Yu Menglong's death, shows the building shrouded in darkness as a series of gunshots erupt one after another. Viewers counted a chilling total of 11 distinct blasts. What could these 11 blasts mean? As we reported in our October 29th episode, insiders had previously revealed that on that same night, at least 4 residents, 1 man and 3 women, witnessed the torture of Yu Menglong and attempted to rescue him, only to be shot dead on the spot by the perpetrators. Now, with this new video suggesting 11 gunshots, the online community is horrified, wondering whether the number of victims that night was not 4, but 11. If this is true, Sunshine Upper East was never the luxury residential compound it claimed to be. It became hell. Observers say this also helps explain why both community security and even the local police appeared completely powerless afterward. When faced with terror of that magnitude, and a cleanup and silencing operation on that scale, what could ordinary people possibly do? Amid the shock still rippling across the internet, it now seems that karma is knocking on the doors of those suspected to be involved in Yu Menglong's death. Before we move on, I just want to share something real quick. YouTube hasn't been recommending our channel much lately, so if you've made it this far, drop this icon in the comments. It really helps us beat the algorithm. You can also find it in the description below if you want to copy it easily. Together, we can get past the censorship and let more people see the truth. Perpetrators face retribution one by one. According to the Great Current Affairs, the first name to surface is producer Fang Li. Netizens revealed that Fang lost 84 million yuan, about $12 million in a gambling deal. Soon after, 2 additional productions brought crushing pressure from investors. What began as investment turned into personal debt, forcing him to kneel in humiliation. Enraged, he reportedly suffered a heart attack upon returning home. As of now, his condition remains unknown. Next is Fan Shiqi, who plays a minor supporting role in the upcoming drama Meishan and Changsheng, a major Mango TV and Hunan Satellite TV production starring Huang Xuan and Liu Haochen. The series hasn't even premiered yet, but its ratings have already plunged to 1 star. One netizen wrote that all he could hear was the voice. Fan Xiaohua, save me, my hand has no strength. The exact haunting plea Yu Menglong uttered before his death, directed at Fan Shiqi. Meanwhile, actress Tian Hairong's new film, My World Without Me, turned into a box office disaster. According to a Jiangsu entertainment blogger, the film grossed only 2.83 million yuan, about $400,000 on opening day, and dropped to 2.3 million the next. Theaters quickly cut screenings, and within 5 days, the film was pulled entirely. One blogger summed it up perfectly. The battle between public will and capital ended with victory for the people. United and unrelenting, this generation of netizens delivered a resounding slap to arrogant capitalists. Box office figures are no longer something they can manipulate at will. The audience now decides the truth. Mango capital panic, millions rushed to quit the CCP. This wave of public outrage struck the capital market as well. According to commentator Li Muyang, Yu Menglong's agency, Tianyu Media, a subsidiary of Mango Super Media, saw its stock tumble from 36 yuan in September to below 24 yuan. But these veteran capitalists didn't sit still. While the public cheered, they were already quietly repositioning assets behind the scenes. Less than 2 weeks after Yu Menglong's death, a mysterious new company, Mango Creative Development, was quietly registered on September 23. Coincidence? Hardly. Data from Tianyancha shows its legal representative is Cheng Hao, with a registered capital of 80 million yuan and a sweeping business scope: online cultural operations, internet information services, and data processing. Its shareholders include Changsha Malanshan Investment Development, Mango Super Media, and Mango Media, all core Mango affiliates. Veteran investors recognized it instantly. A classic case of changing the vest to keep fishing. Online voices erupted. Was this asset transfer? Were they afraid of liquidation, or that the Mango brand had rotted beyond repair? It appears they rushed to build a clean new shell, move assets in, and carry on as though nothing happened. Such tactics aren't new, but pulling them off now only reveals how deeply panicked these capital players truly are. Capital can run, but the audience's memory cannot be erased. To lighten the mood, we come to a funny story that's gone viral online. A user on X cited a psychic named Oriental Shengguan, who claimed that Tian Hairong and Song Yiren, two actresses allegedly involved in Yu Menglong's death, had sought the fox spirit's protection out of fear of retribution. But the fox spirit allegedly refused, saying they were too old and not beautiful enough. Desperate, the two turned to the spider demon, who supposedly accepted them, until recently when the spider demon was reportedly captured and sent to hell. Now the psychic claimed they are left without any spiritual guardians, running naked. Netizens burst out laughing. One wrote, "True or not, at least it made me laugh." But beneath the humor lies a collective wish that those who wronged Yu Menglong face divine justice. The tragic death of this kind, gentle young man has ignited a fire of anger spreading from the mainland to overseas. This boycott is not about punishing a single celebrity, it's an awakening. Once the truth is seen, people will no longer feed a cannibalistic entertainment industry with their money and attention. In the 3 months since Yu Menglong's passing, a stream of photos and videos has surfaced online, exposing signs of relentless torture, repeated beatings, starvation, and injuries so severe that his face was visibly bruised, and all 10 fingertips had turned dark from trauma. Some evidence even suggests he may have had part of his ear removed and was forced to wear an electronic shackle. He was treated as though he were a major criminal, reinforcing widespread suspicion that powerful groups or influential figures with large protective umbrellas were behind his tragic death. These revelations have prompted countless people to realize the CCP's true evil nature and to withdraw from the party, the Communist Youth League, and the Young Pioneers, a movement also known as the Three Withdrawals. Data from the Epoch Times shows that in the more than 80 days since Yu Menglong's death, over 3.78 million people have publicly renounced their ties, averaging more than 40,000 withdrawals a day. The totals include 1.28 million in September, nearly 1.21 million in October, and close to 1.30 million in November. One participant identifying himself as Lu Bo wrote, "These incidents one after another have made my faith collapse. The more I think about them, the more terrified I become. I have been brought to tears countless times." Another declared, "I am outraged. Both humans and gods are furious. Heaven will destroy the CCP. Down with this evil regime, restore light to the Chinese nation." As of December 9th, the global petition demanding justice for Yu Menglong has surpassed 720,000 signatures. Supporters are urging the public to stay vigilant, continue pushing for the truth, and ensure that this case does not fade until those responsible are finally held accountable. At the same time, another crisis is unfolding, one that reaches deep into the heart of China's ruling elite. Xi Yuanping exposed the underground fortune network fueling China's most explosive political purge. Xi Yuanping, the younger brother of CCP leader Xi Jinping, has long been viewed as a man who avoids the spotlight. Beyond occasional appearances at events honoring his father, Xi Zhongxun, he is virtually absent from public media. But today's revelations pull back a dark curtain and point to his real mission. In our October 18 broadcast, we reported that Xi Yuanping is believed to be the key figure manipulating Beijing's entertainment industry from behind the scenes. In the Yu Menglong case, it is unthinkable that he was unaware. He is very likely the chief architect guiding everything from the shadows. Now we turn to something even more revealing: how Xi Yuanping makes money. According to commentator Dayu, a viewer with a red background wrote him a detailed letter containing significant information and analysis. The viewer began with an incident that occurred before the pandemic. Two men stepped out of a luxury restaurant in Beijing. One was a middle-aged official, unmistakably a system insider, refined, cautious, deferential. The other was a young man, crude and thuggish. Yet, in a perplexing reversal, the young thug erupted into a stream of curses, berating the official, while the official responded with timid, fearful apologies. He even insulted the dinner host, boasting that he could kill him without him even knowing how he died. As their conversation continued, one truth emerged. The young gangster was merely a low-level errand boy connected to Xi Yuanping, not even directly. His arrogance was borrowed power, nothing more. What stunned the witness was what came next. The young man boasted he had just received an estate covering several hundred mu of land in Beijing, casually inviting the official to visit. He never said he bought the land, only that it was given to him. In a city where land is astronomically expensive, a minor henchman speaking so boldly raises a chilling question. What kind of privilege and impunity exist within Xi Yuanping's circle and the broader Xi family network? Even if not all behave this way, some clearly do. And followers reflect the nature of the one they serve. The viewer said this moment shattered his entire understanding of Xi Yuanping. He then offered a wider analysis. Traditionally, powerful families enrich themselves through violent or gray zone industries, or by employing white gloves to earn money on their behalf, creating visible wealth that requires no laundering. But he said, this is not how Xi Yuanping operates. Aside from quiet rumors of PCR test and vaccine deals during the pandemic, he remains almost invisible. In the viewer's view, ordinary business is too slow and small for Xi Yuanping. Pandemic profits may have been acceptable, but Xi Yuanping has his own code of making money. His analysis continues. The Xi Yuanping family could amass enormous wealth simply through political purges. With their former control over the CCDI and deep influence in the Political and Legal Affairs Commission and the entire political legal system, these institutions became tools of extraction, a gold mine. He identified two main mechanisms. First, extorting officials who have not yet fallen, entirely at Xi Yuanping's discretion. No secret dossiers were needed. In today's bureaucracy, every official's vulnerabilities are obvious. Second, dividing the illicit gains of officials who have already been purged. In partnership with the CCDI, he noted a consistent pattern. The amounts of illicit money officially reported are always far below the rumored sums. Case handlers cannot simply pocket the difference. Too many people, too much exposure. But giving it to Xi Yuanping removes the risk. He redistributes it, and exact amounts become irrelevant. Safety becomes the priority. This, however, creates an enormous challenge, laundering the money. Here's where the final revelation lands. The viewer believes the shell companies registered under celebrity names, exposed through the Yu Menglong incident, exist primarily for this purpose. Money laundering is their true operation. The shocking crimes the public sees are merely byproducts. The so-called telecom fraud workers, attached to the Belt and Road Initiative, follow the same logic, except that illicit funds are laundered into foreign currency instead. The Bitcoin seized from Chen Ji by the United States was certainly not all his. What was confiscated is only the tip of the iceberg. With so many telecom fraud networks operating, cryptocurrency fluctuations are not driven by economic fundamentals. They are shaped by activity tied directly to money laundering. The recent Bitcoin crash reflects turmoil inside this criminal underworld. As we've been reporting continuously in recent days, China's political landscape is reaching a boiling point. The sudden disappearance of Li Xi, the current secretary of the Central Commission for Discipline Inspection, combined with the arrest of Ma Xingrui and his wife, Rong Li, in a massive corruption case that touches even First Lady Peng Liyuan, has shaken the system to its core. If the full truth is exposed, it could become a firestorm capable of burning down the entire Xi family. Far more terrifying than the Hong Kong blaze, a tragedy rumored to have also been scripted by the current Chinese leader himself. At this moment, it's clear that calculations are already underway. The purge inside the CCDI is advancing. The settling of scores has begun, and I believe even more explosive information is waiting to surface. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this analysis valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.